Hey guys, I was about to add the music for this video, but then I realized that I never recorded an intro. So welcome to Pokeclicker episode 18, aka the finale part 2 premiere. If you haven't already watched part 1, well, I guess it's a little too late for that because you've already started part 2, but if you haven't watched part 1 already, go ahead and check it out. And feel free to come back, of course. But without further ado, let's get into part 2.
We can do all of the tapus now, and yeah, actually, you know what? Getting all the tapus really quick sounds like a good idea. So let me get the time flute out, and I'll just start busting heads. And the boss Pokemon is, in fact, Tapu Fini. We'll see if we can catch it first try here. It's got a big health bar, but we really don't gotta worry about it too much. And, oh, it's only a 14% rate. I might need to go buy some Master Balls. Hold on. Oh, wait, I bought Master Balls using dungeon tokens, right? Wait, hold on. The price doesn't increase for Master Ball. Then why did it increase for coins? Oh, well. Well, I'm gonna take advantage of this while this is a thing. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but, I would nonetheless like a lot of Master Balls. Does it also work for... No, it only works for the dungeon tokens for some reason that don't increase in price. Maybe at this point they just want you to have all of the Master Balls through I feel like that's a bug, but I'm definitely taking advantage of the bug. Wait, I just realized I almost screwed myself there. I only have enough dungeon tokens to go through any specific dungeon that cost 1,000,000 coins 24 times. So let's hope that we can do it in 24 times. I might have screwed myself. Okay, we got a Tapu Fini boss in the second time that we did this, which is good, because I'm an idiot and now we only have so many dungeons that we can complete today. But after this, we can Master Ball Tapu Fini, and now we have that, and we might as well head over to the desert and defeat a quick 10 Mons here. And now we can go over to Ruins of Abundance, where we can grab Tapu Bulu, hopefully, by defeating a lot of the Pokemon that are in here. Okay, we got a Tapu Bulu first time that we went through here too, which is really good. Let's just go ahead, tap through Tapu Bulu, 100% capture rate. We'll go back up here to the top so we can see all of our legendaries. And since we're currently on a bit of a Tapu train, let's head over to the Ruins of Life, where we can get Tapu Lele, hopefully. We find a Granbull instead. Alright, okay, we did get Tapu Lele on our second try, which I would be more than willing to accept. Our items are gonna run out, but we'll reapply them once we catch the Tapu Lele here really quickly. Master Ball at 100% catch rate. Caught Tapu Lele. Now all we have left to catch is probably one of the cooler ones. The first one, Tapu Koko, electric flying type. Did I just say electric flying type? I meant electric fairy. They both start with F, okay, give me a break. Alright, hiding all the way in the corner over here is a Granbull. And we have found another Granbull. Found a Tapu Koko, finally, after me not announcing that I knew that I was definitely going to find it. We find it pretty early on, catch it with our 100% Master Ball, and that's all that we need to worry about on this island, I believe? Yeah, there's no other legendaries on this island. There's actually no other legendaries on Akala Island either, I think. So let's head over to Ula Ula Island, where we have two other things we can do. We can head over to the Lake of the Sun and the Moon, and we get Cosmog as a dungeon boss the first time we beat this. That seems well worth it. Alright, we've got our Cosmog with 230 million health, one of the highest dungeon bosses that I have ever seen from a Pokemon that can basically only use Splash and Teleport. But 100% capture rate gets us the Cosmog. And I want to see if I can sit on a route here for a second. I'll level up the Cosmog just a little bit so that it evolves into Cosmoem. And then, because it's the daytime, does the Cosmoem evolve into Solgaleo at level 60 right now? Oh, it evolves into both at a lower level than that. Maybe, is it level 55 for Cosmoem to evolve? Must be, probably is. I'm probably remembering wrong. But just like that, you get both Lunala and Solgaleo. The box art legendaries. of Alola, and there's really only one thing left to do, which is head into Pony Meadow so that we can set out for the cave that lies beyond it. Alright, the boss of Pony Meadow is an Oricorio in the ghost flying type form. We have more than half of our time remaining, so I'm not too worried, but oh, we don't have access to Resolution Cave yet. We need to progress further in the Ultra Beast side quest. Alright, well, let's give that a try. Alright, we have access to this roadside motel where you can visit a Pokemart. We need to talk to Looker. Oh, we got a bunch of text here. I'm very grateful that you accepted my invitation. My name is Looker. This here is my boss, Chief Annabelle, head of the UB Task Force. Ever since the incident at Aether Paradise where you encountered UB-01 symbiote known as Nihilego, we have heard reports of other symbiote appearing in Alola and other types of Ultra Beasts too. They came here from a different world, dropped rudely into our world against their will. We know nothing about them. They can be dangerous. They are almost certainly extremely wary and combative. We must find a way to calm their nerves, to make them feel at home in our world. Or we must destroy them. Either way, we must understand them. We must catch them. That is where you come in, the champion of Alola. We do not have the battle power, but hopefully you do. Please allow Annabelle to test your battle ability to ensure that you can handle this job. Alright, well, I don't know how tough Annabelle's going to be, but we're going to pull out all the stops to make sure that we can win. It has 5 Pokemon, and we get over a minute to fight Annabelle. I'm going to go into super fast clicking mode just to make sure that we can beat this and fight the Ultra Beast. I think we're a little over halfway before the halfway point, so we'll probably be fine as long as I just spaz my hand like crazy on the keyboard. Alright, Annabelle's last Pokemon is the Snorlax, so we have about 16 seconds to try and defeat. It has 234 million health, so if you thought Cosmog had a lot, this guy's got more. But with just enough time remaining, we have defeated Annabelle. Oh, you're good. You might just have a shot. Here are some Beast Balls. Go hunt down those strange Ultra Beasts. If you need more Beast Balls, you can buy them here. I'm assuming that's what the Pokemon... Ooh, they're actually pretty cheap. So now we can talk to Annabelle at the roadside. The testing is complete. I see no problem at all with your skills. Rather, I would have to praise you for them. Welcome to the team. There's no more time to waste. UB-01 symbiote Nihilego has been spotted on Akala Island. I will protect the nearby population centers. You must go and confront the beast. Looker will stay here to coordinate reinforcements if needed. You can ask him about the special beast balls you will be using on this mission. I have given you a couple of them, but they are expensive, so you will have to pitch in if you need more. Alright, Looker's talking about how Ultra Beasts are most effective for hunting Ultra Beasts, but not very good for hunting everything else. So now we have to head to Wellow Volcano Park and Diglett's Tunnel, which are both on this island. Wellow Volcano Park does have Ultra Beasts just roaming around. Alright, so let's see. We have 5 Beast Balls that can only be used on Ultra Beast. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they're pretty darn effective then. Let's go ahead and let's hop in to Wellow Volcano Park, where we easily beat up everything before and we find an Ultra Beast, and we don't catch it at a 35% rate. Now, okay, I found another Nihilego, 34% chance, and we caught one of the Nihilegos. And, oh, I actually need to beat the dungeon, so hold on. Okay, so it looks like the Nihilego actually stays in the dungeon once you catch it, which is gonna be good for later. Okay, they also stay in Diglett's Tunnel, which makes Diglett's Tunnel a little bit more replayable. Now let's head over to the next roadside motel, where we can talk to Annabelle, and they're gonna tell us all about UB-02, which is Beauty, which is Pheromosa. And we have to capture 2 Buzzwoles and 4 Pheromosas, so let's get on top of that. Alright, so reportedly Buzzwole is in Meadows, so let's beat around these old stopping grounds where we were hunting for an Oricorio. Now let's find a big muscly bug. Oh, okay, we found one of them, 35% chance. I did decide to buy more Beast Balls because I figured that we were going to need them. Okay, on this run through I found another Buzzwole, 40% chance to capture, and we caught one of them, and now I just need a second one, which probably means I also need to put Ultra Balls in this, or Beast Balls rather, in this slot as well. And now I'm gonna find a second Buzzball, and I'll see you once I do that. Okay, I found another Buzzball finally, and we did catch that Buzzball. So now we have both of them that we need. So now, in the verdant cavern, we have pheromoses. Well, I might only get to try so many times. Okay, I found a pheromosa, 38% chance. We didn't catch it. Okay, I found another pheromosa, and we didn't catch it. Okay, another pheromosa, and we didn't... Okay, pheromosa, 40... I hate everything. Pheromosa, 30... Pheromosa, 35%... Oh, finally caught one of them. Okay, got our second pheromosa. Hopefully get our third here. Okay, yeah, actually we did get our third. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay, we got our fourth pheromosa. So that will end all of that, and I just need to beat through the dungeon where I find a normal Alolan Raticate. Alright, so now Annabelle is going to fill us in once we fight Captain Mina, apparently. Let's go ahead and get that done. Let's just try and click through this fairly quickly. I'm not sure if the time flute applies to these captain battles, but I think it does, because normally it gives me like a minute, and I've been getting a little bit more than a minute, but a little bit more than a minute is what I usually get when I have the time flute activated. Alright, we defeated Captain Mina one more time. It says that we're still really strong, which is nice, but we can talk to Captain Mina and maybe it'll give us a little bit more information. According to your little list here, it's UB03, Lightning, which is also called Circuitry. These are some strange names you guys come up with. Good luck out there. Well, according to the captain, here in Lush Jungle, there are Circuitries hiding out somewhere. And I would love to catch a couple of them, so let's get on top of that. Okay, we found a Circuitry. And there it goes. Okay, we found another Circuitry. And there it goes. Okay, another Circuitry. And there it goes. Another Circuitry. And there it goes. And another and there, you know, they say a 40% chance. It's bound to happen like a little bit less than half of the time. And so far, I think we've countered like X amount of Circuitries, and we haven't caught any of them. So what does that explain about a 40% chance? Okay, Circuitry. Circuitry, and there it goes. Started that one before it actually left, if you were wondering. Alright, well, we're out of Beast Balls now, and we're almost out of Dungeon Tokens. So, it's probably not going to be Sandstorm later, but we're going to have to postpone this for another little bit so I can grind out some Beast Balls and some more Dungeon Tokens. So I'll see you back here in a sec. Alright, so it's been a little bit later. As you can see in the top left corner of the screen, I have 74 Beast Balls now, and I also have about 76 million Dungeon Tokens just from catching random mons. So now let's head back over to Lush Jungle, and then immediately head over to Memorial Hill where there are less mons, and it might be a little bit easier to actually catch an Ultra Beast. Okay, we found a Circuitry, and there it goes. You know what, a lot of time has passed, but nothing has changed. We found another What is up with these Circuitries? None of them ever go in the Pokeball. Circuitry, Beast Ball, Circuitry. For crying out loud, could you please get in the Beast Ball? Just, how is this possible? I think it's bugged. I literally don't think Circuitry is programmed to go in Beast Balls. Like, it's just not possible at this point. I mean, it is possible, but it's just extremely unlikely for anyone to get this unlucky. You know, I wasn't gonna mention that last Circuitry, but I should probably, like, have a counter of failed Circuitries at this point, and it's important for me to point them all out. Yeah, there goes another one. Okay, at this point, I legitimately think it's bugged. Like, that's the only answer here. Oh my gosh, it's not bugged. We only caught one out of how many Circuitries we just had. I think it's like 12 at this point. There's a counter on screen. Now you have to catch a second one. I'll see you whenever I catch a second one. It's probably not going to be this one. Okay, Circuitry. Right, nope. Circuitry. Nope. Another Circuitry. And nope. Another Circuitry. And nope. another circuitry, and nope. Another circuitry, and finally. I think it is worth noting that I went through Memorial Hill one more time to make it to 10 clears, and while I was doing it, I found 2 more circuitries, and I didn't catch either of them, but, you know, that's just the day that I'm having at this point. Apparently now, Kahuna Nanu is here, and he let himself in, and Kartana and Celesteela are apparently on the loose, and we gotta go get them. Alright, so they're both actually here in Molly Garden, so hopefully we won't have an issue trying to find either of them. We can just bet both of them fairly easily, fairly cleanly. Nothing to really worry about here. Just grabbing 2 quick steel type Ultra Beast. Both very good competitive mons. Especially Kartana. You can't really stop it once you get that Beast boost. And Celesteela is just all around tanky and's got so many different move sets that it can run. Can I, you know, like find an Ultra Beast? Yeah, I've legitimately cleared almost this entire area and I didn't find a single Ultra Beast. Great start. I finally found a Kartana, and I think I caught it because it lagged a lot. Okay, found a Celesteela. Hopefully we can beat it real. Okay, well, we beat the Celesteela, but we didn't catch it. I also said that they were in the desert. This might just be easier to sit here and wait for a bit. Oh, well, there's a Celesteela right now, actually. And we probably caught it because it lagged a lot. And, oh, there's another one. Okay, this is actually a lot quicker and more effective. Okay, it seems like there's only Celesteelas in here so far. So we might have to go back to the garden to... Yeah, there's like only Celesteelas in here. It says that they're on Route 17 as well, and I think this is actually where you find Kartana in the real games. So, oh, yep, Kartana. Okay, so Celesteela is only in the desert, and Kartana is only on Route 17. And obviously we need Kartana, so I'm just going to sit here for a little bit until we catch 3 more of those. Number 3 was just gotten, and Kartana number 4. Alright, so now we got 4 of those lads. We can head on over to the roadside hotel. And Kahuna Nanu wants to fight, and it's currently hailing, so we're not going to get as much damage as we did previously, but now we have the powers of a little bit of the Ultra Beast on our side, so we'll have to see how this goes here. Just trying to spam click through this man's team. Yeah, I think the Time Flute does actually extend the length of these battles. I don't know if they did that for Elite 4 battles. I think I tested it and it didn't work, but they might have changed it. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized that I don't actually have the Rocky helmet on, so I'm gonna change that real quick. We seem to be doing fine. We're about halfway through the 3rd mon, but this one might be close. No, we're not. We didn't make it. Okay, I'm gonna try the fight again now that I have the Rocky helmet on for the full fight, but we might be stuck here again for a little bit. Alright, this time the Nanu fight is a little bit closer, and I think we'll save it. A couple seconds left to spare. My hand's starting to really hurt. I might need to get this checked out. I had to be sure that you're ready for what's coming. That's kind of ominous. Alright, the only 2 Ultra Beasts we have left are UB Assembly and UB Burst, which are Stakataka and Blacephalon, which I believe are over here on Ula Ula, and they exist here in Pony Grove. So we're just going to sit here and wait until we find a Blacephalon. Well, there's a Blacephalon and another one, and there's a Stakataka, and we're 1 for 3. Blacephalon, yep, 2. Blacephalon number 3. Stakataka number 1. Okay, we're now at 5 Blacephalons, but the problem is that we only have 1 Stakataka. And, well, okay, now we have 2, but we might come across, 3? No. We might come across more Blacephalons, which will waste more Beast Balls. We only got so many of those. Stakataka, number, okay, we only have 10 left, and since it's about a 1-3 chance, we have to not encounter any Blacephalons and get realistic odds on Stakatakas before having to buy more Beast Balls. Come on, Stakataka, please. Just be... Okay, there's the 3rd one. Now I just need 2 more Stakatakas and 6 Beast Balls, and for the odds to be realistic, please. Please just... Okay, 4. Great to get that out of the way first. Now we just need to get 1 of the 5 next Ultra Beast to be a catchable stack. Okay, not Blacephalon. That's... Sorry, a Beast Ball down. One, please, Stack Attack, just get in the... Okay, there goes that guy. Stack Attack, please, just don't eat my... This one, please, don't eat my Beast Ball. Yes! With one Beast Ball left to spare, and the next one was going to be... That was literally the last Stack Attack that we could have caught to try and complete the quest. Ooh, I forgot about Guzzlord. So your final target is UB05 Glutton Guzzlord. It is very dangerous. Alright, so now we finally have access to Resolution Cave, where the boss Pokemon consist of Golbat, Noivern, and Guzzlord, and we only need to catch one Guzzlord, and I bought 3 more Beast Balls, so if we get a Guzzlord at the correct rate, statistically, we are likely to catch at least 1. Hey, okay, we got a Guzzlord on our second run through. It's not going to be that hard. I mean, Mans is kind of quad weak to Fairy, so we can just shoot through his enormous health bar. And if the rate is good, we won't catch the Guzzlord. Back at it again! Okay, our third run through also has a Guzzlord. So hopefully, since we only have 2 Beast Balls left, we will get the 30-ish% chance to happen on the second Beast Ball, so we don't have to worry, and it took a long time, so you know we actually got it. Oh, and they gave me 51 Beast Balls. Wow, those would have been so much more useful earlier. But that seems to be it for the Ultra Beast quest. So let me go ahead and just go to a random route here, like, I don't know, Route 16. I'm just gonna grind for a little bit. Alright, so from grinding up in Route 16, all of the Pokemon that I have on me are currently level 100, and there's one last thing that I'd like to do. I'll probably get all the totems and all the regional legendaries and stuff later. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, maybe I should check the Pokedex. Alright, so let's see. So starting off with Rowlet, let me scroll over to make sure I'm not... Wait, what? Why do I not have Moral? How do I get Moral? Wait, hold on. I'll check that in a sec, but let me make sure I'm not missing any more Pokemon. Oh, YouTube. Right, the dragons. Well, if the dragons weren't on either of the routes that they were supposed to be at, I'm guessing that they're in the dragon-type eggs, and that's just going to be more coins for more off-screen stuff, so I'll get that done eventually. And then I have to buy Poipole, and there's the Mythicals. And other than that, I think we're basically done with the Alola region. Still gotta figure out how to get more. He's definitely not in any of these like areas, right? Like normally he would be in Lush Jungle at nighttime, but it's currently nighttime and he's not here. But we're gonna worry about Morelull later, because if we enter the Battle Frontier, I have been working to make sure that I would hit stage 666 on this video. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet, but we are gonna apply all the things and even the time flute to see if that works here in the Battle Frontier. I don't think it will. Let's start at least. Yeah, okay, the time flute's kind of pointless. All I can sit here and do is wait. Okay, it was getting a little bit close at stage 658, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the video, try and get some mons grinded up, and then I think whenever I've finished editing the video, I'm going to attack the ending on. So yet again, here's another cut. Alright, it's been, I want to say half a week since I recorded that bit where I ended off the last part. But as you can see, there are a few things that have been changed. Namely, well, I guess we'll start with one of the more basic things. I have finally gotten the squirt bottle to its last upgradable level. So doing that will mean that now I have all of the oak items at level 12. I'm not going to go individually, so you're just going to have to trust. But there's also the achievement on the left of the screen, so never mind. Next thing we can do is that I have these 2 eggs here that were both dragon eggs, and look fairly similar.
So I'm gonna hope that these were Drampa and Turtonator eggs, because if they're not, I'm gonna look like a real dummy. Alright, yep, that one was a Drampa egg, and that one was a Turtonator egg. So now we have both of those lads. There's Drampa and Turtonator. I also did get more a little off screen from a grass egg, but he's not as important, and I hate him. So the only thing left to do is head back over to the altar of the sun and the moon, and we go to the Pokemart where we have enough coins to buy Poipole. And if we go to this last route that I've been grinding on for a little bit, Poipole will evolve into Naganadel, and just like that, we have completed the Alola Pokedex. I even went back to make sure that I got all the totems and stuff, like Kamo. I even got a shiny totem Kamo, which is pretty nice. But I got all the totems. I have basically every Pokemon that I could have up to this point, except for maybe like some of the unknown forms. Except for how now we can go back to the Battle Frontier where we left off at stage 658. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna apply the buffs to make sure our Pokemon attack is nice and high, and we're gonna beat these last few stages that we need to defeat, hopefully. I'm gonna have my finger right over the quit battle button just in case. Alright, we are now on stage 666. We've started off with a Fungus who's kind of tanky, but as long as we get there by the 20-second mark, I don't mind too much. Earthswing is another good Pokemon, doesn't really have any resistances. In fact, it doesn't really have any at all, except for Ghost, which we can't hit. But I'll take it. Ending with the Grass type is such a good way to finish this, because it has so many weaknesses. And just like that, we have caught the last rare Vivillon, the Pokeball pattern. And at this point, we have all of the Pokemon that you could get in Pokeclicker, if you could see it as I zoom through it fast enough. I guess I'm just gonna let this play out until it eventually hits the... well, actually I don't have all of the Furfrus, but who does? Oh, it's basically the end of the game until the game is updated again. And so normally at the end of the game, I give my opinions on the game and what I thought about it. I gotta say that this game, Pokeclicker, has altered my channel ultimately for the better. And I think it was a really good game to play. It was a game that whenever I made my YouTube channel about a year and... Actually, I was going to say a year and a half, but it's been a year .75 at this point. So, oh, we're about to list that Magmortar. We got 4.5k coins for getting that far. So what does that actually buy us in the Pokemart? Not Farmer Jamie or Farmer Noel, that's for sure. As I'm putting all my mons back into the breeder, I don't even start talking about this game like seriously as I think about it as a game. As a game, I think Pokeclicker is really fun. It's a really great time waster. I think it's a great incorporation of Pokemon as a clicker game. It brings a lot of things I didn't think a clicker game was going to have, like a complete region map, or like a continuous updates, because most people when they create fan games, it's just like, well, that's it, that's the entire thing. But as I've been playing Pokeclicker, the game has been getting updated and they've been adding more features, which I think is great. It's a really good move for the community. I think especially like in the Gen 1 area, the way that it introduces features like eggs and oak items and different types of Pokeballs and battle items, and I didn't get to play the game as flutes were being introduced, but I think flutes are a great addition. But naturally, the learning of the game was really set there. It wasn't really like anything in the game that I couldn't look up and that just felt natural. Like everything's pretty explained, and everything in the game makes sense. I think that Pokeclicker does a really good job at being just something that I have in the background, and that sometimes I'll check on for like 5 minutes a day, or it could be something that I play for like an hour at a time. Just sitting here, like, trying to beat Pokemon on a route, or trying to upgrade an oak item, or there's trying to get enough Pokemon attack power in order to beat the next boss. I think that's a really good quality of the game. Some downsides though is that for a clicker game, the game is not very automated. Like, just to give you an example, let's go somewhere like this, where it's like Mina's boathouse, right? So in order to make this area smaller, I have to clear it 10 times, and then after that, 100 times, and then 250 times. I really don't see a point in clearing, especially these later games areas, more than 10 times. I've done Kanto, most of the Kanto dungeons I've done 100 times. I guess we can actually go there and check on that. I think the Jodo dungeons I would do 100 times, and I probably will after this, just to get that out of the way. But unless you're like walking up to Kanto Power Plant and like just OHKOing everything in sight, and it's like, there, that dungeon literally took me like 5 seconds to complete just because there's only so many spaces. Like, it's just super easy and worth doing the 100 to get the achievement bonus, and maybe even the 250. But then let's go to like a dungeon in the Unova region. Just pick like randomly the Morph Icarus, and even though I have the buffs on, I can walk around. Okay, I have to beat this guy. He's got 3 Pokemon. Now I can keep going, grab a chest here and there, beat another Pokemon. Okay, there's this other guy who's got 3 chests. Beat this other guy who's got 3. Now I can choose to go fight the boss if I want to. The boss is a Seismitoad. He's got a good amount of health. It's a little difficult for me to blow through, but I am using items even past this area. And that entire experience kind of takes, I don't know, like, or let's say it takes like a minute on average, because I feel like I had a pretty good chest run there early on. So if it takes me 1 minute to clear that, and it wants me to do 100 clears, that's an hour and a half that I spend just clearing this one dungeon for not that great of an achievement bonus. But like being able to plot myself down in any one of the routes and just grind Pokemon, like that's a really easy achievement bonus, and it's time based and it's automated. And even with trainers like this, with Erikas Gym, you only get, like, sure, she's got 4 Pokemon that I can beat, but you only unlock the ability to repeat these battles like 100 after you do it 100 times. Which I think you would get the point at that point, and it actually cost you coins in order to do the repeatable battles. Like, so like, not only do you not gain money by doing it on repeat mode, but you actually lose money, which is the opposite of what clicker games tend to do with automation. I think these other side features are really good, especially the farming. I've kind of run out of a need to do the underground stuff, because I basically just come here to sell things now. Like, sure, I could do this and then, like, poke around, try and find an object with all of this energy that I've got, but really I'm just going to do berries and then trade items for that if I need to upgrade things there. Sometimes I get a daily deal that I like, but even that's kind of hit or miss. I think a thing that would make mining and farming a little bit easier if some of the oak items were active and some of them were passive, as in like all of them, because I don't really use the mining oak items. I have to go over here to my other loadout, and then I'm doing underground things, but if I forget to turn that off, then that greatly hinders my berry production, which is, berry production is a little bit more important. So I have the tabs for berries, mining, and Pokeballs, coins, and breeding eggs, and this is the main one that I obviously want to be on, because if I find a shiny, I need to catch it with a Pokeball, I need to earn money in order to pay for stuff, and I need to have my Blaze Cassette on in order to hatch my eggs fast enough to actually increase my attack power. I think the Pokeballs are fine. I especially like how the Ultra Beast can only be caught in Ultra Beast Balls, so that way you don't waste them on other Wild Bonds. I don't really see a point in all these different Pokeballs that much, except for like the Dust Balls and the Quick Balls and the Timer Balls, because those ones are actually pretty circumstantial. The Dive Balls are like probably better, but I've only got 3 of them, and I probably have to trade berries and stuff to get more. And I want to trade berries for things like, here, let's go to the Berry Master. So I could buy X attacks, which are really good, or I could buy upgrades, and even now with the addition of Pokerus, upgrades are actually really good, so I'm going to actually buy some of these, but I don't really have a need to buy luxury balls, especially when they cost 10 berries that I haven't gotten yet. One thing about the berries, though, is sometimes mutations are just a pain. Like, I literally set up, I'll have like the perfect mutation setup that it has on the Wikipedia, I will still not get the berry that I'm trying to mutate because of the other berries that will mutate from it. Like, if I was to change it, I would have it so that if there's only one type of berry that can mutate from any given position at a time, because some berries will just mutate into themselves. Like, what was a big turnoff from trying to get all the different berries for later in the game was just the pain of trying to mutate them and not getting the berry that I needed for a really long time. Especially this lumberry. The lumberry you have to have 8 different kinds of berries surrounding one plot, and the number of different types of berries that grow in that one plot is insane. I don't know how anybody in the game has lumberries. But yeah, I really, really like the game's achievement system. I think the achievement system works really well with the game, especially all the different things that you can do to get achievements, like getting a certain number of shinies, or you get rewarded for clearing the gyms, even if the gyms do take a long time. You can also get all the different farming quests, and they're just things that over time, as you gain experience, your achievement bonus will get higher and higher, which is good. I also think that hatching the Pokemon once they become level 100 is another good mechanic. I just wish there was a way to automate it a little bit more. Because I used to start using the helpers, because they were at least like kind of effective whenever I wasn't watching the computer, but I started hatching legendaries because they have more base attack power to give, and I would do it. It really didn't become a thing of me like waiting for eggs to hatch and then immediately once all the eggs are hatched, putting them back into the hatchery. It became a thing of like, I'm gonna put all the eggs in and then not address it for like 15 minutes, and I'll go back and check on it. And usually all the eggs will have hatched by then. So breeding by efficiency is probably better for some people, but for me it became a lot better to breed just by legendaries, which was fine with me because I didn't have as many shiny legendaries, and I got more shiny legendaries that way. So, in conclusion, Pokeclicker, I definitely give it a play it. I just think that it needs more automation to give more power to the player, instead of just sitting at like one spot over the course of the god. Callus really ruined my opinion on the game, just gonna be flat out with you. Callus was hard because it really ramped up in difficulty at Diantha, where I had to grind a lot of Pokemon over time just to beat the one boss. It was a little bit too much of a health bar. Also, like, what clicker games tend to do is that they apply like exponentially. I don't know if Pokeclicker, I would say, applies exponentially. It's more like every time you start a new region, it goes up, but then it flattens out. Like I'll have a picture on the screen of what I mean, but instead of going up at a steady rate like most clicker games do, it just kind of has humps. And you could probably even see that with my own content, where I start a new region and then I produce a bunch of videos about it, and then I just kind of, towards the end of the game, slowly taper off until I have enough power, I think, to start a new region. So, yeah, that's my in-depth review, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. Obviously, Pokeclicker is very near and dear to my heart, and I'm obviously going to recommend a bunch of people to play it. I think it's a great fan game, and I think the people working on it are doing great. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like on the video, and even consider subscribing, because both of those things help me out an absolute ton. And even consider watching another video, because now that Pokeclicker is over, I gotta go do something else. I don't know. Pokemon Void is also going to be ending soon. We're gonna have the Champion Elite Four fight and the final legendaries of that game, and then I'll have a big clean slate to start something else. So what that will be, I'm not exactly sure, but I think we're going to do an Undertale fan game. I'm pretty excited for that. Oh, and if you're at this point of the video, obviously thanks so much for being here. If you're here, you've probably watched all the previous videos, and that means a lot to have built up my community on this niche Pokemon fan game. It's become the most successful video series on my channel at this point, and I think I owe a lot of my beginning success to it. So, closing out this video, thank you.